Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Temple Buddhist Center's weekly Sunday meditation service. My name is Victor, and I'm honored to be of service this morning. We hope that our gathering this morning will find each and every one of you happy and healthy, but please know that if you are struggling in any way, we hope that our Sangha, these teachings, and our community can be a source of strength, a source of refuge as we open our hearts to you and to your loved ones. So today is a very special day, and so our service is actually going to be abridged to some degree, which means I'm kind of going on the wing a little bit here this morning. Our service today is going to be set up in several sections, and we're going to include our dear friends today, the Drepung Gomang monks who will be joining us. So let's begin our service today first with some conscious breath work. A conscious breath is where we breathe deeply in through the nose, hold that breath for a few moments, and then release slowly so that the exhale is longer than the inhale. Let's begin. Holding for a moment, feeling the fullness of the lungs. And releasing slowly. And as you release, bringing your awareness to the body, noticing any points that might be tense or contracted, remembering to release the forehead, unfurrow the eyebrows, the jaw rests easy, the shoulders drop, and the belly softens. And a second conscious breath, breathing in deeply, holding for a moment, and releasing slowly. And as you release on this second breath, taking a moment to release any cares or concerns or worries from the week. It's not that we're escaping those, it's that we are balancing that energy of going and doing and striving and efforting. We're balancing it with the sacred energy of just being. And a third conscious breath together. And releasing. And as you release, allowing into your awareness the present moment. There is only this. This is all there is. And so, of course, here at Temple Buddhist Center, we enjoy beginning our services with chanting. Chanting is an integral part of every tradition. Chanting is not about being a singer, it's about having a voice. And normally, we would have a chant that we would engage in today, but since we are very blessed and graced by having our friends, the Drepung Gomang monks, here today, I thought maybe we'd let the pros do a little bit of chanting, if you know what I mean. And so with that, I would like to introduce the Drepung Gomang monks and allow them to bless us and share us with an opening chant.
Yeah.
So just resting in that vibration for a moment. And so here at Temple Buddhist Center, for those of you that might be joining us for the first time, here we practice Western Buddhism, a blend of Eastern philosophy and Western psychology. This new and exciting form of spirituality is dynamic, it is inclusive, it is active, and focuses on core Buddhist insights, mindfulness, meditation, and their applications in our daily lives. Our goal here is not to get everyone to agree on a specific lineage or sect or philosophy, but rather on cultivating a shared experience of mindfulness, oneness, and love. Whether we are chanting together, sharing time in noble silence, or sharing from the heart, we respect that you will participate at a level that is comfortable for you. We take refuge in the three jewels of the Buddhist tradition, and we acknowledge these core values as expressions of the awakened mind, the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. We value awareness of our Buddha nature, as well as the Buddha nature of all beings, bringing a fresh and a new perspective to each and every encounter. The second jewel, the Dharma, the truth teachings that release us from fear and illusion and help us to realize the true nature of who we are. And finally, Sangha, our spiritual community, an essential part of growth where we practice the teachings together and support each other along every step of the path. So let's take a moment now to silence any cell phones or electronic devices as we prepare for a time in contemplation and meditation. We will begin with the prayer of refuge, which we will recite 3 times for the 3 jewels. Together, in Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, we go for refuge until fully awakened through the power of generosity, ethics, patience, enthusiastic effort, concentration, and wisdom. For the sake of all beings, may we realize and demonstrate our innate goodness. In Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, we go for refuge until fully awakened through the power of generosity, ethics, patience, enthusiastic effort, concentration, and wisdom. For the sake of all beings, may we realize and demonstrate our innate goodness. In Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, we go for refuge until fully awakened through the power of generosity, ethics, patience, enthusiastic effort, concentration, and wisdom. For the sake of all beings, may we realize and demonstrate our innate goodness. And so, as we prepare now for a time in meditation, for those of you that maybe did not get a chance to see the peace mandala when it was finished, I put a photograph of it up there for you to see. And so that way you guys would be able to share in that as well. I'll be talking a little bit about the peace mandala here shortly. And so, as we prepare for this time in meditation, if you have an extensive practice, then we invite you to practice in a way that is fitting for you this morning. If, however, you are newer to meditation, then we're going to begin with a prayer of dedication. We will sound the bell 3 times for the 3 jewels, and then there will be a brief guided meditation into our time in stillness and silence. Afterwards, we'll sound the return bell, and then it will be time for what would normally be our Dharma talk, but today we have a few things that I want to share with you about our week together with our friends, the Drepung Gomang monks, and also they're going to perform a blessing of our community and our building. So that's what will happen afterwards. So from here now, let's go ahead and take a conscious breath together. Holding for a moment. Body, speech, and mind in perfect oneness. I send my heart along with the sound of the bell. May the hearers awaken from forgetfulness, transcend the path of anxiety and sorrow, and realize the true nature of who they are. And so, as the sound of the bell recedes, guiding us into stillness, if you need to take another conscious breath or adjust your posture, whatever is necessary to find a new level of gentleness and ease. And as the breath settles in now to its natural flow, its natural rhythm, we can bring our awareness to the body, checking once more for any points that might be tense or contracted, breathing through those, as if you could breathe through every pore in your skin. And with every out-breath, we find a new level of peace and gentleness. And so connected to the breath, the body is spacious, easy, and light. We can bring our awareness now to awareness itself, noticing when the mind is distracted by a sound, or when the mind is distracted by a sensation like an itch or an ache, or noticing when the mind becomes distracted by a thought or a string of thoughts. Our practice is to cultivate an understanding of what is it that these things come and go within. Our practice is to cultivate the knower, not the things that are known. And so, connected to the breath, the body is easy and light. The mind is clear yet receptive to whatever arises, and the heart is open. We can move more deeply into our meditation. I close my eyes and I see clearly. I stop trying to listen and I hear truth. I am silent, yet my heart sings. I seek no contact and find union. I am still and move forward. I am gentle and need no strength. Returning again and again to the breath. Returning again and again home. Thank you very much, Jordan, for your music, and good morning, everyone. It's so nice to have you guys here with us this morning, and our very special and honored guests, the Drepung Gomang monks. I've got a few things that I'd like to share with you all. Of course, what an amazing week that we have had here at Temple Buddhist Center. Had not only the wonderful activities of the market and the sand mandala, the fire puja, the amazing chanting, but we have also made many new friends. All around Kansas City, we even had people driving in from Topeka, and I think there were some folks from St. Louis. So we have made so many new friends this week. And of course, the monks, our new friends, our monks, friends have joined us and have really established a wonderful relationship with so many people here in the Kansas City area. I had a number of people come up and say, "Oh my goodness, I'm so glad that we found Temple Buddhist Center. They didn't even know that this existed." Not to mention the homecoming of friends that we haven't seen in many, many years. There's folks that we've been able to connect with from not only Temple Buddhist Center, but from Remay Buddhist Center and several other communities around Kansas City that have all come together to join in this celebration with our friends, the monks. I have been humbled very much by the response of this community, from the covering of all of their lodging expenses to the constant flow of food and treats and nourishment and drinks. I've been humbled by the volunteer help, the donations of time, talents, and treasures that have come from all directions. And it has been absolutely just a miracle to behold. And so I have a lot of people to thank for all of their help this week. And the list is, of course, too numerous to include everybody. And so I wish that I could, but I would like to mention a few people for their extensive amount of help in all of this, in all of our activities this week. I want to be sure and mention Liz Hazel for all of her online work to bring this, the news of this to the world. Kristen Switzer and all of the Temple Buddhist Center volunteers, everybody within our community that stepped up and helped in any way they could. A special shout out to Michael Bailiff for all of his work. Thank you, Mr. Mark Gossman, for bringing your beautiful bells and playing them during the week. I want to thank Duke Tufty and all of the Unity staff for their help in accommodating all of our events this week. I'd also like to thank the officers and members of the Remay Buddhist Center, and of course a shout out to Lama Chuck Stanford, who is no longer with us, but was one of the founding members of bringing the monks to Kansas City so many years ago. Thank you to Rob Wheat. Thank you so much to Kevin and Sherry Mullen. I don't know where they're at, but thank you. Oh, there he is back there. Very good. Thank you to KMBC. Thanks again to Jake Marshall for his beautiful efforts and the painting that he gave to the monks that they could sell on their tour to help the tour itself. Thank you to Bo Lings, who really stepped forward and provided a lot of wonderful things. Thank you to Eric Price for all of his incredible work with the technology. Thank you to Karen Chapman. Again, everybody, there were so many people. I just can't name everybody, but please know that you're in my heart and that we see you and we appreciate you. And for myself, besides learning a few bits of Tibetan, I found out that with the help, let's see, I believe it's Ke Omare, means no problem. The monks have been so patient. They've been so allowing and so gentle and present through all of this. For almost all the monks, this is their first time in America, so they're going through a lot of experiences themselves. So besides learning various little bits of the Tibetan language, this experience has helped me to remember the importance of sila, or ethical conduct, the mindfulness of consumer activities that I have been able to observe and watch with our monks has been absolutely phenomenal. I found out, for example, that they primarily have vegetarian meals for the most part, but if a protein is offered, if they are offered a protein, they will accept beef. They try not to eat shrimp, fish, or chicken, and it's not for the reason you might think. For the monks, there is, if a life must be given, one cow can feed 20 people. But a shrimp, it takes 20 shrimp to feed one person, so you take 20 lives. And so this is a very thoughtful process, and this permeates everything that they do, say. And so this concept or idea of sila, or ethical conduct, trying to do the best you can in this moment, has been a wonderful lesson for me to observe and to share with them. The ease and the patience that they have demonstrated has served as a good reminder for me that presence does the work. When we are present and we are still and we are at ease and at peace, that radiates out and affects everyone around you, and it informs everything that we say and we do. This week has also taught me the importance of ceremony and ritual, honoring our ancestors, honoring our teachers, both formal and informal, and how all of this plays into our spiritual lives. And that ceremony and that ritual is both those that we perform here in Sangha, as well as those that you have in your personal life at home. And so this event and the monks, most importantly the monks in this event, all of our new friends, the returning of Sangha from near and far, have all touched me very deeply. And I am reminded of a quote by His Holiness the Dalai Lama. "Give those you love wings to fly, roots to come back, and reasons to stay." Thank you so much. And thank you to our friends, the monks. And so at this time, I want to invite them to share a time where they would like to bless our community and our building, this event, and all the people.
Sure.
Thank you so much. I did have a number of questions from the Sangha through the course of the week. People had filled out question cards and had asked some questions, and so I answered. I got these answers from Geshe Tinley and from Geshe Chodron, and a few things. So just to share a couple of these with you, some folks in the Sangha had asked, how often do you meditate? And Geshe Chodron instructed me that it is different for different monks. Different monks will meditate longer at different times, others, so that it just varies by monk and by what's going on in their lives and the things that they're doing. Some folk, actually a number of folks asked about a day in the life of a monk. And so I found out a few things. At 6 a.m., it's time for toast and tea. And then from there, they go on to Dharma debate. Dharma debate is a very powerful and effective form of helping them to learn the vast teachings of the Buddha, to get them memorized, to get them very solid in their own knowledge, and be able to provide this experience in an open forum for others to hear as well. And then after debate, they have 11 o'clock is lunch. It's usually veggie and rice and tea. And then from there, it's off to class. And they will go and they will do their studies until about 5 p.m., at which time it's time for dinner, which is usually noodles or rice and some more veggies. And then from there, they will do a little bit more, possibly debates or some more class. And so that's kind of the day in the life of a monk. Monday is market day. So they'll do laundry, they'll go to the market, they'll have time to socialize with friends. And so Monday's kind of sort of that day to do activities and things like that. Somebody asked in the question cards about games. Do the monks and the nuns, do they play games? And yes, soccer is a very fun and popular game. I asked about soccer, and Geshe Tinley told me that it's not something they do every day. Usually soccer and games will be for holidays. So on holidays and special days, they will play games, they'll play soccer. Dharma debate is kind of a sort of a way of them to compete, and there's games and that kind of a thing. I also did see a box of Jenga back there, so the monks enjoy playing Jenga too. So, and then I had some interesting, a little bit more depthful questions from the Sangha. And so I've been trying to kind of pool and comprise all these questions. I had some folks asking about loneliness. I had some folks asking about how they maintain a sense of presence and peace on a daily level. And for most of these questions, I got kind of the same answer. And it's one that probably will not surprise you. To deal with some of these things, the monks take refuge. They take refuge in the three jewels, in the Dharma. They take refuge in the Buddha, the Buddha nature, in the Dharma, and in the Sangha. So when things become difficult and challenging, they take refuge. And so that might look like, of course, in the Buddha nature is sitting, meditation, and being with what arises, providing space around that. Also working with their teachers and their mentors. Of course, the Dharma is their studies and the truth of this moment, working with those. And then, of course, Sangha, their community itself, the Drepung Gomang community itself. They can take refuge there. And so these are just a few of the questions and things. Somebody did ask how young they started. Many of the monks started at a very early age, what we would call elementary school, so 6, 7, 8, 9. A few of them started later, at 17, 18, but many of them started at a very, very young age. So I hope that today has been nourishing and joyful for each and every one of you. We will go ahead and move to our normal, I don't know what oh, there it is. I had some pictures. They set up a little children's board so that the kids could learn how to create a mandala of their own with the sand and the tools. And so we will end our time together today a little bit early. We're going to end with a gratitude practice, and then I wanted to leave a little extra time for announcements and shopping because the Tibetan market is open downstairs. So let's go ahead and take a moment now to begin, and we'll move into our heart practice, an opportunity for us to share gratitude to the monks for their having graced us with their presence, choosing Temple Buddhist Center as their kickoff for their North American tour. So with that, let's take a conscious breath together, breathing in, holding for a moment, And just releasing that. And as you release, allow your hearts to open. And as your heart opens, we have gratitude for our Drepung Gomang monk friends, not only the ones that are here, but all those that help them prepare for their trip to around North America. Gratitude for our teachers and the both formal and informal. Gratitude for the teachings. Gratitude for this opportunity to come together. What a remarkable miracle this is at this time and in this place of all the years and all the places in the galaxy that we could all be together right here and right now. Gratitude for this expression of consciousness, for this ability to be able to be aware of our true nature. Gratitude for the care and labor of 1,000 generations of ancestors who have come before us. Gratitude for the creatures of the sky, the earth, the water, whose joyful exertion blesses every day. Gratitude for the family and friends that I have been given and the community that I share. Gratitude for the blessings of this earth that I have been given, the measure of health that I have at this moment. Gratitude for the lessons and the teachings I have been given, and for my teachers. And just as we are grateful for our blessings, so too we can be grateful for the blessings of others, for everyone that we meet. And so, in the true spirit of dana, the Buddhist practice of generosity, temple services here are given freely. In the same way, if you choose to give, please give with a generous heart, which means not in return for anything that you have received today, but rather so that those who may be seeking refuge may find it here in this temple with these teachings and with these teachers. The dana boxes are located at the back of the meditation hall, and I would add that the little wooden boxes back there are for Temple Buddhist Center, but there is also a clear box back there for the Drepung Gomang Monastery itself. So please give in any way that feels proper and appropriate to you. Also, gratitude for all of our ambassadors, those folks who have committed themselves to monthly electronic giving. It's not about the amount, it's that the regular monthly giving helps us to set a budget here at Temple Buddhist Center. Gratitude for all of our volunteers. As I was saying earlier, so many folks have stepped up to help out with this. Thank you personally to Dave for all of his help helping me to get things set up in the morning. Thank you so much, Jordan, for your beautiful music. And thank you to the Drepung Gomang monks, to Geshe Tinley, to Kevin and Sherry and everybody that has been here with us through this whole process this week. And so, again, from there, we will close with our bodhicitta dedication, and then I have a few announcements. And so, our dedication together: may the pure, brilliant sun of bodhicitta dawn in each and every heart and mind, dispelling the darkness of suffering and confusion unstoppably until all are illumined and awakened. And with the palms of our hands together in front of our hearts, as we go forth now from this place. May we enter each moment in innocence, guided by the wisdom of our hearts. And as we open our hands, open our eyes, shine our light into the world. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Don't forget, there are some delicious cookies and tea and coffee downstairs in Temple Space, which is also where the Tibetan market is located. So when you go down there, it's all along the sides down there. Don't forget, next Sunday is our Puppets of Peace, where Beth and all the children will be here to share with us their special puppets that they built and imbued every puppet with some aspect of the Noble Eightfold Path. And so that will be next Sunday. And the market is open downstairs. Cash or card. Cash is much appreciated only because they only have 2 card readers. So it takes a little bit extra time for the cards. The market hours are open today, starting as soon as the service is over until about 1 o'clock today. And then also at 1 today, Brian and Tim will be leading the Authentic Relating class. This is a wonderful opportunity to help adults learn to share from the heart in a safe and structured environment. Tim and Brian have all kinds of wonderful structures, games, and activities to help us learn to relax into a more depthful and ease of sharing, so it's not just that reactive, rote kind of sharing with people. And then the Women's Wellness Weekend is September 8th through the 10th. Please go to the Temple Buddhist Center Facebook page or to Cedar Hill Music to register for the Women's Wellness Weekend. And then finally, there are still some open spots for the Temple Buddhist Center day-long silent retreat, which is next Saturday. Our topic is cycles, navigating our own changing seasons. And so I hope you can join us for that by simply registering online. And of course, don't forget to sign up for our newsletter and our volunteer events that are coming up. Thank you, Liz, for building our temple store online. And then finally, I will leave this up there for you to take pictures of for all of our upcoming activities. Many recovery programs. There's one every Sunday at 12:30. Dave leads Recovery Dharma Thursday nights at 7. And so we have our daytime Buddhist study group every Wednesday at 1. And also Buddha and the Bean every Tuesday at 9 a.m. Thank you to Matt and Karen for leading the Buddha and the Bean. It's just a 30-minute meditation and coffee and celebration of awakening in all of its forms. Again, thank you everyone so much for being here. Don't forget to go downstairs to Temple Space where you can meet the monks. And as you go into your day, we wish you peace and blessings.